Hey team, I am excited to quickly review the latest updates to the wireframes for KBD 85, which are wireframes for teachers pinning resources within the feed and comments within detailed views of resources. So during our last meeting, we did discuss creating a designated area for pins to sort of be housed in a singular section within the feed. So as we can tell from this wireframe, that's exactly what we've got going on here. We've created this area that acts almost like a bulletin board within the feed for users to get quick and easy access to the most important links as designated by their teachers. Now, this area would be collapsible via this button here. I've not prototyped that yet, but I do believe it's self-explanatory, and it's not something that I think the dev team would not understand. Anyways, let's get into the prototype. So in this situation, the teacher is scrolling through the feed. They see this post here that they want to pin. We're going to hit that button. Now there's a modal labeled pin to feed with some instructional copy reading. Summarize your link in a short title, max 60 characters. I am suggesting this so that teachers are encouraged to condense the title and thus generate an easy to understand link. So for example, in this situation, the teacher is going to label it JavaScript 101. Then they of course have two buttons, pin to feed or cancel, to go back on the entire process. We're going to hit pin to feed. We would then have a toast modal up top signaling success in that action. I have not prototyped that yet. But we can see that now the JavaScript 101 link has been added to that little bulletin board. Additionally, the actual post on the feed itself now has visual signaling that it has been created as a pin, right? So now we can see just by scrolling on the feed that this is indeed a pinned resource. So we're going to go ahead and click either here or here to open up the detailed view. Let's pretend the teacher now sees a comment that they deem pin worthy. This would in turn pin it up top to the top of the comment section, and it would have that same visual signaling to show that it is pinned. So this process does look a little different on mobile. So let's get into that. So for mobile, to state the obvious, we of course have a lot less screen real estate. So for that purpose, I did not find it to be a good idea to designate a static section for the pins in the way that we did on desktop. Instead, what I am suggesting is a button. And now this button would be fixed alongside the keyword search bar and the filter for the feed. So that as users scroll, they would still have access to it. So let's take a look at what that process looks like on mobile. Let's say again, the teacher sees this post down here that they want to pin. They're going to hit the pin button. They are greeted by that modal again. They input the link label. They're going to select pin to feed. And now there is a modal that opens up, showing them the latest pin that they have just added in. We're going to close this. And now we can see that a user can access these pins simply by hitting the pin button that is fixed up here. So now they have access to these pins. Let's select the latest one we created. And let's pretend the teacher, again, sees that comment that they think is really good. They're going to go ahead and select the pin. There's a modal, they hit pin. And again, we have that visual distinction signaling that this comment is a pinned comment and calling attention to the user. One quick note that I've already documented in Jira within a lot of the work tickets. As the team reviews the mobile wireframes in the lo-fi state, please keep in mind that these wireframes have not been fully optimized for mobile. So a lot of the text sizes and spacing in between elements are things that I definitely have to update as we move into hi-fi. Due to our timeline, I've had to expedite things. And so really the mobile wireframes as is in the lo-fi state are more just to conceptualize and somewhat visualize what things would look like. Again, I do have to go in and finalize everything, but this should look a lot better in the hi-fi state, which is soon approaching. Anyways, if there's any questions, please let me know. Peace.